Okay, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Mr. Dan. Today we're going to be making a delicious zucchini parmigiana. Now it takes a little bit of time, but if you got the time, you're going to have a nice delicious meal. So what we're going to do is I've already prepped some of it. I saved some to show you guys exactly what to do. It's not hard. It only has a few ingredients. It comes together, putting everything up, getting it all cut up and everything. Takes about a half hour. So without further ado, let's get to it. It really does taste delicious. That's if you like zucchini. Okay, first and foremost, you're going to need some sauce. So I made this sauce out of Walmart brand a puree sauce, and then got some chunk tomatoes and put them in there, blended them up. I've got a bunch of seasoning in there, so I consider it my sauce. But it doesn't matter. You can use jar sauce, whatever you like. Here I've got some of the zucchini cut up. The reason I cut them in half like that, I was gonna make planks, and I made a couple circles to show you guys you can cut it any way you want. But the size of the zucchini was longer than a plate, and I was having a hard time getting them floured up. So here's the zucchini, like I said. Boom, boom. This is the one I'm going to show you how to cut it so you can see it, what I do. Okay, now I'm going to swing you over here. This here is I'm using a cast iron skillet. You don't have to. I've got some oil in there, some extra virgin olive oil. You can use regular cooking oil. Here I've got 2 beaten eggs. Now this is 6 eggs total I've used. I just did this for this next batch. And that's some flour. And then this is what I did. This took me about a half hour to cook all of this, give or take, maybe 20 minutes. But that's what you do, okay? All right, let's get to it. Okay, so I already washed the zucchini. Now, sometimes you can't tell what's inside of them, so you end up having to cut chunks away that you could possibly use some other place, but they're brown or whatever in the middle. I don't want that. Anyway, so you cut off the ends. Just doesn't matter. And then cut off this end. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half basically. Okay, keep this one right here. Then this one, I'm going to cut the circles. Cut them about 1/4 inch, a little more give or take. Now you can do the whole dish like this, or I'm doing a combination because I'm showing you guys. I'm going to do some of circles, which I've already did with the other batch, okay? And then you just line them up on your tray over here. I'll show you that in a minute. And then this one, you just cut into planks. Do the same thing, about 1/4 inch. Okay, and then turn it on its side, so now you got a flat surface to work on. Same thing, about 1/4 inch. Doesn't have to be exact. It's not rocket science, but you want to get it pretty nice and close because you want them to cook about the same time. All right, so let me show you what we do then. Just line them up. You're going to need now you can do a plate if you want. You can put a few different times, fill up a couple different dishes. Or like I did, I took my sheet pan and I got 2 of them. I might be blessed, I don't know. But I just lined them up like that. Then I took a little salt and pepper. And I drizzle a little salt and pepper in it. Don't do this be ready to cook this one, because when you put the salt on there, it's going to suck a lot of water out. If you can see some moisture on these here, but it doesn't really matter. This is one of those recipes where you're going to cook these in a skillet, then you're going to cook them in the oven, so it don't really matter. And I got a couple more ingredients yet to go. I'm just doing this and showing you this part. And then when we get to getting ready to put it in the oven, there's a couple other parts that we're going to get. Okay, so a little salt and pepper here. And a for you too. Boom. Okay, so now we're going to go over by the stove. Let me put this over there. Okay, you'll be able to tell when you're ready to cook when you can take some of your egg. Just drizzle a little bit right inside the pan, and if it starts cooking, you're ready to fly. And I got this like right now, a little less than medium. This cast iron heats up quick, and it runs hot, so you want to get the oil about 350 degrees, give or take. And then you, as you can see here, I'm flouring up my zucchini. I got one knocked off the excess flour. You want to get it coated pretty well with the egg, but then you're going to do the same thing. Drizzle off the excess, and then into the pot it goes, and you repeat the process. Then you cook them on both sides till they're both sides are golden brown. Take them off the heat. Put them on paper lined tray like I got over there, and let them sit until you get them all cooked, and then we'll go to the next step. So for now, I'm going to let you guys have I'm going to show you this one that I put these circles in here for you too. See? So I butter flour both sides. Now remember too, when you're putting these in, aim away from you when you drop these your zucchini in, because you don't want the oil splashing back on you. Right? That's hot, it'll burn you. All right. One more. Yeah, right, that one fell off my fork there. And that's why I have another fork. If it don't want to come off, now you got another fork. Help you out. All right, we'll be back when these are done. Okay, now as you can see, I've got them all done. And that's one, two, 3 rows, 3 stacks, and they're pretty hot, of the pre-cooked zucchini. So let me give this a minute to cool down a bit, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay guys, these are cooled down enough where I can handle them. So okay, so like we're gonna go from the sauce, put some sauce in the pan here, then we're gonna put some zucchini in there, lay it on there, then we're gonna top that with some of our Pecorino Romano, and then the mozzarella. All right, just keep an eye on how we do it. Okay, first things first, I greased up the pan. Now I'm turning my oven on to 350. Let that preheat. Okay, so then we're gonna put, what we got here is what we're gonna put in here is a thin layer of sauce at the bottom. And that's so that stuff doesn't stick. Well, it's not gonna stick because I sprayed it anyway, but put a little bit more. Now, in this, I made two big cans of the sauce here. So if anything's left over, I'm just going to freeze it up. But that's what I put in the recipe too, just make sure you have enough sauce. And it's, you know, if you do it the way I did it, it's cheap enough. Okay, so then we're going to stack our zucchini in any which way we can. That was a movie, right? Any which way we can. And hopefully, you know, the thing is you want to try to get 2 or 3 layers in here. So that's, you know, like I said, you can cut them any way you want. That's what I'm talking about right there. See how that fits like a glove? Look at that, huh? So we'll fill that hole up in there with one of these. And then we'll keep going like this, continue to march just like this. At first I didn't weigh them, but then I weighed the zucchini just to see. I had 6 or 7 of them, and then I weighed them. I got about 4 pounds. That was about 4 pounds of zucchini, but they weren't that big. I think they were a little small if you ask me. Okay, so now we got that part done there. Now just look around the pot, see if you got any bare spots that you might could fit something in there, you know. You want to take advantage of all the real estate you got. Because one day you might wake up and you might not have any real estate. Okay, we got that's good enough for now. Okay, so now we take some Pecorino Romano, just a little sprinkle of that. You don't want to go crazy because we really want the flavor of the cheese and the zucchini. I mean the mozzarella, you know. So I just put a little thin layer of this on there. And we're going to put a little cheese on there, a little mozzarella. Now I'm not going too crazy with the cheese on each layer because we're going to have enough cheese. Okay, then we repeat the process. You got a layer of sauce. We don't want to put too much sauce. We don't make this like a swimming pool. Now I put some basil leaves in my sauce, so if I see any of those, or you do yell at me so I can take them out, eh? Okay, so then we're just going to spread this out a little bit. I don't want, like I said, I don't want this swimming in the sauce, but you got to have sauce in here. I don't think you like this, cat. Go away. Just a little bit here, a little bit there. Let me put a little drop here. Put a little cheese here. A little cheese there. Okay, so then again, we're going to layer the zucchini in here. Now if you don't like zucchini, like I said, you can do the same thing with if you don't like that eggplant. I'm not an eggplant person, so I'm either doing this or I ain't doing it. All right, there you go there. This is almost like how you layer lasagna, right? All right. Coming together swimmingly, as it were. I'm just showing you these guys. I'm going to give you a break after this layer. That way I can finish up and you guys can take a snooze while this is in the process, huh? Trust me, you'll see every step I do. Okay. Now we're going to sprinkle a little bit more of pecorino. And this thing smells like gangbusters. Holy smokes. And again, with the mozzarella. I'm going to finish up the last layer or two and give you guys a break. I'll be back. Okay, guys, there you see it. I ran out of cheese, so I just grated, well, no, I ran out of what I had in a nice store. I grated up this block of mozzarella, nice and fresh. So I'm going to cover this now with some aluminum foil, and we're going to pop it in the oven and cook it for about 20 minutes and take it out. And then we'll remove the foil, and then we'll cook it for another 10 minutes or until everything's nice and bubbly and golden brown. Okay guys, as you can see, it's still bubbling. Hot out of the oven, started getting nice and golden around the edges there. I didn't want to overdo it. It's starting to get it in the middle, but I didn't want to burn it, so I took it out. Anyway, give me a time for this to cool down. We'll show you what we got and meet you at the food taste table. Okay, boys and girls, here we are, taste test table. Mr. Elmo there, he already had a taste. Camera girl, she said it looked good. So, let's give her a taste. Give it a whirl. Let it cool down probably about 15 minutes or so, I don't know. But it darn sure smells good. Cheers. This is well worth the wait. While you're putting it together, thinking, I gotta cook this here, I gotta put it in the oven. Man, this is delicious. Wow. And the flavor of both those cheeses comes through. The Reggiano Romano, Pecorino Romano, whatever, and the mozzarella. Good touch. So, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Share with your friends, family, ex-cons, I don't care. Subscribe if you will. If you subscribe button, hit that. Notification bell pop down. Then you hit that and that'll notify you each and every time we come up with another video. There's an arrow down right below the video box. You hit that, drop down box will come down. In that box will be a link to Cooking with Mr. Dan Facebook page, a link to my daughter's artwork site page, and a complete list of ingredients to put this beautiful dish together. This is Mr. Dan saying, stay healthy, my friends, and if you get hungry, come back, and here you go. We got another dish just for you. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and keep away from the COVID.